What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into Scarlet Witch issue number 5. Most recently, we saw the Scarlet Witch facing against Scythia. She had come to town to seek justice for Darcy's crimes against her people, and while Wanda was able to fight her off, she was able to prevent her from coming into Lotkil ever again with a protection spell. Cythia is not so easily deterred. On the outside of Lotkil, what she found was an underground cavern full of the same anti-magic rock Wanda has been studying. We saw her in the last issue using this as armor, completely casing her body in it. She now heads back into Lotkil for round 2. So make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, I highly recommend that you make sure you stay all the way to the end of this comic, because there is such a huge reveal at the end, one that we are going to discuss in great detail, because this has huge ramifications. But currently we have the Scarlet Witch and we have Darcy. They are currently rebuilding the Emporium, and while they rebuild this, we see that Wanda's shoulder, it is still bleeding. It is bleeding from that mysterious rock, the one with the anti-magic properties. And while a healing charm could easily mend these wounds in seconds, Darcy wants to help her out. She wants to feel useful in some way, shape, or form. This is the only way she knows how to thank Wanda for everything that she has been doing for her. But while they do this, they hear screaming from the outside. As Wanda rushes outside, she sees that Cythia is out there. She is in a helicopter and she is taking this helicopter straight down into the Emporium. With Wanda not having any time to be gentle, we see the helicopter explode, Wanda controlling the blast, and Cythia comes out. The two of them begin their brawl, Wanda trying to let her know that I gave you the chance, and Wanda hits her with a giant blast of energy. This magic coming down, but it does almost no damage because of the armor that she is wearing. That's when Wanda starts to take a beat down, taking all the punches, blood coming out of her mouth, letting Wanda know that this new armor is going to bring her down to her knees. And in the midst of the fighting, Wanda really wants to know, where did you find so much of that ore? And while Wanda's magic may not be able to touch her, Wanda still has 2 weapons that she can use. She pulls up her fists, the fists of an Avenger, trained by the best, and now she is ready to lay a beat down. As these two go blow for blow, as they just lay down the hate on one another. The whole time, Wanda is trying to let her know that you have been doing this all because of tradition. The group of individuals that you are defending in the name of tradition, you don't even agree with them. You are doing this for the sake of doing it because of centuries of just tradition. But Wanda tells her that you are the leader. You have the choice right here, right now. While Wanda is definitely getting her butt kicked, a blade is pulled out that was crafted by this ore specifically to take down the Scarlet Witch, telling her all you have to do is give up Darcy, and if you do not, you will die. With Wanda not willing to accept this as a choice, that blade is driven into the stomach of Wanda, and as she tells Wanda goodbye, believing that this is her last breath, Wanda goes on to say that if death is the path we are taking, then you are going to come with me, because with all this armor on you, your chin is still wide open. Wanda was giving her the chance, hoping that she wouldn't be pushed to this point. But if Wanda has to choose between their lives and Darcy's, Wanda is more than willing to give up her life and take Cythia's. But she tells her that there is still time, that you don't have to die for your duty, that you can live for your people. Asking Wanda what she would suggest, Wanda is saying healing. This is when Wanda goes to heal herself and Cythia at the same time. You know, Wanda could have done this at any moment. She could have mended herself at any time. She may not be able to penetrate that rock, but it doesn't mean she couldn't heal her wounds. She needed Scythia to believe that the stakes were real. She needed her to understand the point that she was going to go to, what she was willing to do. But now she is letting her know that you are the leader. You have been the leader. And though you have centuries of tradition, you have the option to change tradition. So gather your people, convene a coven of mothers, and do what needs to be done. Going on to say that if they want to change, it will be their decision alone. That she has much to consider, leaving behind this low mysterium. She tells Wanda that they are no longer enemies, that she needs this armor no longer. And if they are to do battle again, she wants to give Wanda a fair shot. And so she'll start from scratch again. With her leaving Lockkill, we see Darcy come out and give a huge hug to Wanda as they fix all the destruction, as they go on to explore this low mysterium, as they try to understand this rock, where it came from. Darcy says that she is going to stand by her side and they are going to get the answers as they begin to investigate this rock. But taking us outside of Lockkill, we have a couple of frat boys that have wandered drunkenly into a cave. The same cave where this low mysterium came from. But as they go inside, they find themselves attacked, almost like ninja stars created out of the beer cans. These boys, getting severely wounded, they run for their lives, believing that this place is haunted. The truth is, this is not a haunting. Inside of this cave, we have none other than Magneto. We have the return of Magneto, alive, looking villainous as ever. And that is where this issue will end. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. This is a very interesting turn of events, and I'm not gonna lie, I am going to be severely disappointed if this is the way that Magneto returns. After everything that happened in Judgment Day, after him begging not to be resurrected, we are seeing Magneto here in some way, shape, or form. Now, this could very easily be a trick. We're dealing with magic, we're dealing with all of this stuff, so this could easily be some kind of illusion. And in the back pages, it does mention that Agatha has something to do with all of this. So there is the possibility that Agatha is just messing around, that she's created an illusion of Magneto, one that may put Wanda at pause. But there's always the possibility that somehow an earlier version of Magneto has been resurrected. Maybe not through the mutant resurrection process as we know it, but some other form of bringing him back to life. Possibly through magical means. But the reason I would be upset that this is the actual return of Magneto, not only have they brought him back to his villainous-like roots, wearing all black, all that good stuff, is that they would bring him back in the pages of Scarlet Witch. This comic itself has been mediocre at best, and the fact that you wouldn't bring him back in one of the X titles would be highly disappointing. Especially everything going on with Krakoa. Having Magneto return in this really seems lackluster. Now, we all assumed that eventually Magneto was going to return. With the fall of X just on the horizon, Magneto needed to come back in some way, shape, or form. I just don't know if this is the way that they needed to do it, if that is the case. Like I said, this could definitely be a sleight of hand. This could definitely just be a way for them to say that he's come back, but not actually bringing him back. A way for them to use Magneto with inside the Scarlet Witch comic, but not have him introduced into the X titles, which would make sense. If you're not gonna actually bring him back, it would make sense not to bring him back in the X titles, but something that is kind of adjacent to the X titles like Scarlet Witch, which only helps me believe that this is not in fact Magneto, that this is something else. Someone is playing at bigger games, like we mentioned Agatha could be playing at much bigger games, and that this return will only be temporary. But let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get completely caught up on everything going on with this story, be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything going on with the Scarlet Witch. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership, much like Patreon having multiple different tiers. from $1 to $50. From loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only does this help out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. If you are unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.